Oh, so the other day I just saw this article. It's pretty hilarious. Singles mixer, tables sit out, ladies sit at the tables, guys do the rotating around. You buy drinks, you meet, mingle, collect some numbers from maybe some people you like, start messaging them. Voila, you know, and hopefully find true love. And, or at least a hookup. And no guys showed up, right? They showed up when it was over. So some of the comments were, well, they did show up. They just showed up later. No, like whatever the time was. Let's call it 4 to 6. The guys waited till 6. Every man who was going to that bar waited till this shit was over, then went there because they want their drinks, but not to be part of that. And so it was pretty funny. This is definitely a win for the boys of MGTOW, because in the manosphere and all that, because the guys, when I went to Google this to read more about it, which there wasn't a lot more to, there was a whole list. Like, are you talking about this one? The time the guys didn't show up to this one? The time the guys didn't, we're talking cities like Miami, New York, LA, Chicago, big cities where guys are just, nope, not showing up. And to these dating mixers. And it goes to a conversation I had with a young lady on my Facebook the other day. She's always just posting nonstop. She has 3 posts. She posts 10 times a day, men are all garbage. She posts 10 times a day that she can't find a man or keep a man. She posts 10 times a day that it must just be because she's so cool that, us guys, we just can't. We meet a cool chick. We're like, oh shit, no, I like not cool chicks. I like chicks that are hard to be with. No. It's when a man can't get a date, we mock him. We call him an incel, involuntary celibate. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's just a way of saying a guy can't get a girl to save his life. Well, we all know it's harder for men. We have to meet so many more standards than women do to us. Men just ask that you don't be a pain in the ass. Some of us have more standards. I have dated single moms. I don't know that I would do it again, but I'm also getting older. So if me and my girl broke up and I was 45, I'm not going to meet a lot of women near my age, even at even 10 years younger, that probably don't have a kid. So exceptions need to be made. Rules change. That being said, but mostly just don't be a pain in the ass. Don't be a pain in the ass. And guys will date fat chicks. Some guys will date trans chicks. Just don't be a pain in the ass. This girl, this sis, from what I can tell from her pictures, she's not fat. She's physically attractive. Can't get a dude. Every man in her life is going, you know what? I like sex with attractive women. There's not too many things better. But one of the things that is better is not being in your company. And she can't wrap her head around that. She cannot accept, maybe it's her. Nope. The world needs to change. Men need to learn to accept her personality, which I imagine must just be effing awful. I'm trying to cuss less. Effing awful if guys are willing to go without sex of a pretty girl to not have a conversation with her and have her around. And apparently these dating mixers show more and more men feel this way about more and more women. We're not even leaving the house. Singles mixer, here's a chance to meet 40 women. One of them's got to say yes, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3's got to say yes, but it's just not worth it to me. Wow. Men are deciding, this is what women wanted. We want full control. We were the deciders. Men have to pursue us. But then it became, we want to do the pursuing. We want to go online, chat every guy up that comes near our way, and every guy we find attractive, and then, decide. But they still want men to approach them. But the risk, it's no longer just, sorry, I don't want to date you. They probably have, today's day and age, like, no, if I go to this singles mixer, you probably have your cell phone on recording me the whole time. And even if I do nothing wrong, even if you're not one of these gym TikTok girls who just comes over and bends over in her yoga pants with her ass 3 inches from my face so she can say, "Oh, he's a pervert. He was looking at me." No, even then, I see you're posting, man, who, look at this guy's game. He tried to ask me out. What a loser. And then you cry that guys aren't asking girls out anymore when that's serious potential that's going to happen to them. You know, and they always throw that back. Well, at least you're saying it's serious potential that we could get R-worded. Like, no, really, it's like, 1 of 53. So less than a 2% chance. Which, you know, still kind of high, but not in public, not at a public venue. Yeah, there was again, goes back the side argument here, but you know, I had a girl the other day. Oh, and it's not predictable. You act like girls can just predict these things where it's going to be. And I was like, well, 4 out of 7 was your male ally friend who was just waiting for you to let your guard down and get too drunk or inebriated on something else around him and got sick of being in the friend zone. The other 2 out of 3 were a sleazy, getting drugged probably at a sleazy bar where it's very dark and the music's very loud and you can't hear yourself think. Yeah, so I mean, so there's 6 out of 7 right there. But anyway, this is just men globally now. They say it's becoming a problem, but is it, you know, but that leads to the next topic, which I could make a whole nother video on this, but I'll just sum it up now because these are 2 very short subjects. So men are the MGTOW movement, men going their own way, men stepping away from relationships and deciding, look, either they're going to like my profile pic and do all the work for me and come to me. It is cool when that happens. Or if I try to pursue them, they're going to call me a predator or mock me. And so I'll just sit here, and if they don't pursue me, I'll just pursue what makes me happy. And so that leads me to the next topic, yes, which is women are noticing this. Women are complaining. How come more men are pursuing? Well, because you ladies don't defend us. Ever, you know, ever. When girls do this stuff, you know, be like 1 in 100 girls going, oh, you just want attention or something. But overall, you're not doing your part. All you're doing is saying, hey, guys, well, not all of us are like that, right? You hate when guys use that argument, when the bottom 0.3% of men are doing heinous things. You have no problem generalizing men, but when men are going, 60% of men with children are going to get divorced and never see their kid again, you have no problem generalizing. Well, not all of us, not the other 40%, you know, 20% of half of that 40 will cheat on you, but that's all, not all, right? So women have no problem generalizing when it comes to the opposite, or saying not all, you know, even when it's 60-80% of them statistically. And so my point to that was, if you read the articles, if you read any BuzzFeed or Vice, which, I mean, for a laugh, I recommend you do, the articles are always why it's bad. 1, okay, the simp. Guys are being made fun of for simping. Okay, what is simping? It's doing boyfriend stuff, not getting girlfriend stuff back in return. AKA, you're unclogging the sink, you're unclogging the toilet, you're helping with the rent, you're buying them food, you're fixing their car, and when you're done, she says thanks, and she sends you away before she goes off to meet the actual guy she's going to sleep with. That's the basic simp right there. And guys are catching on. They're like, I don't want to be the guy who invests all his time and money for you to go sleep with someone else. So simps are going their own way. Guys without guys who can get play just from their profile pic because they won the genetic lottery, they work out a lot, they're outspoken, whatever. You know, a lot of guys with game too. I'm not going to put it all into genetics. You got to have some game. They're happy. They get to have sex without commitment because they have the majority of the women chasing them. Women post. Men are all players. Again, like 1 out of 10 men has the potential to be a player. Maybe 1 out of 20. 30% of men at 30 are virgins. And those 30% are still getting called players because of the top 10%, right? And I don't mean they're better than you guys. I just mean on the dating scale, they are the top 10%. And so this is a problem too. These guys are figuring out, wait a minute, out of 1,000 guys and 1,000 girls, 900 of those girls are chasing me in the top 100 and ignoring the other 900 guys. This is great because they know they have to compete with 7, 8 other women in my area with me for herself. I get to have sex without dating. I don't have to buy them shit. I don't have to take them out to $400 dinners. Her sim friend will do that, and then she'll come over and Netflix and chill with me, right? So they're not committing. So either way, it boils down whether you're in the pickup artist group or the far other side simp group. Funny they get grouped together, right? Pickup artists and incels. But whether or not you're in either one of those categories or anything in between, men are figuring out financial investment doesn't make a difference, really. It doesn't. Having money can certainly attract those women, can certainly put you in that top 10%, but it's not necessary. And unless you really feel like you're gonna be a millionaire in your life, your financial situation and how much you invest in them is not going to impact their attraction to you at all. Okay, a woman is more attracted by a millionaire who doesn't spend shit on them, or does take him to a fancy restaurant, but it's nothing to him. It's half an hour's wages. It's $500 is chunk change to someone who's making $200K a year, right? That's more attractive to a woman than a guy making $30K a year who really busted his ass and worked another 12 hours of overtime to take her to that restaurant on her birthday. That's not attractive to her. That's just broke to her. And yes, I am generalizing. There are a few women, not all women. Yes, I know, but generally. And so this is why men didn't show up, and this is women still seem oblivious to the problem. The problem to them is men are learning not to spend money on us. The men that we friend zoned and manipulate to buy us stuff without giving up anything in return, they're figuring out that they should stop buying us shit. The guys we are Netflix and chilling with are figuring out they don't need to feed us. They don't need to buy anything to have sex with us. We'll just have sex with them just because. And so either way, so that's the problem women have come to. The MGTOW is a problem. Men going their own way isn't a problem because men are uninterested in the modern woman, but because either way, simps and pickup artists are no longer buying shit for women. Anyway, I hope some of that made sense. I didn't write anything down. I hope that was somewhat coherent. And I hope you have a pleasant morning, because I got to be to work in 20 minutes, so get out of my trailer.